long way back. So there's some series, One Piece, that go on forever, but the adventure just continues, and depending on certain parts, it just exponentially fun, while some parts you wonder, why Skypedia, nothing but white clouds, I'm seeing nothing going on here, or why in the world did Luffy not destroy what's his name from Fishman Island? See, that Hoity Jones from Fishman Island, which, my God, that was, he could have defeated that before. He could have defeated him, aside from the whole water exploration, before he fought Lucci, or that's my 2 cents. Well, it really depends on the different stuff. Like you have, to me, one of the worst examples is Bleach. Not a fan of Bleach. They're dead people, they're spirits who bleed a lot, and they keep forgetting that they're already dead. And it takes 9 seasons. Oh, whoop. Roll over there. It takes about 9 seasons to finally defeat Aizen. Oh, okay. And it wasn't like he's sending henchmen out like Inuyasha. It's just different random stuff happening, or maybe I'm too biased on that. Then you have stuff that might be appealing at first, then it just loses itself because it's taking forever to get to its point. The series I'm talking about, sadly, is Fruits Basket. I know some of you are booing at me, but oh my God, it takes forever for them to breathe in that show. It's just too slow. The pace is, and infant crawling is faster. Some people passing by here. Then you have the direct opposite. You have shows that are too short and should last a lot longer, like Dragon Half, for example. They're like 3 episodes to the OVA, yet we have ironically 3 volumes of the manga, but that has like enough chapters for a 12-episode series, maybe 26, depending on it. Then you have other shows that will get to its point, but then linger at the end to pad time for how much story they have. Example of this would be Arc the Lad. I enjoy the episodes. I liked it. Just, it tells its story and just kind of drops it, and you like stare off in a distance, wondering when the point will end. Then you get to the next episode preview. So is it wrong to wait on a series? Well, it depends on how much of your time it's worth, you know? Like one show, I enjoyed the adventure, but it didn't end, Tsubasa Chronicle. I do like the show, and I like the adventure that I went on. It just was very frustrating at the end that it didn't conclude. Then you have other shows, I hate to say this, usually the 52 episodes, it ends on a cliffhanger. One that comes to mind would sadly be Ninja Robots. Love the show, love the adventure, I want more. But it just kind of ended there, leaving you kind of like, well, I'm invested in these characters. What's this new world going to be? Maybe it's for the best it didn't continue. Maybe it's for the worst that it didn't continue. Not for sure. Probably said the same thing twice and not realized it. Then you have another show that I did watch, and I enjoyed the TV series. And after the TV series, it kept going, and it just seemed forever. And sadly, that's Fushigi Yuki. Pretty much for that show, it is probably the closest that you're going to get to the never-ending story. And it does end its main plot rather well. People die that you didn't know would die, XYZ happens, all that stuff. Honestly, the charm of the show was at the beginning, and when it ended okay. I mean, I felt satisfied, but I wanted more. Well, that's the problem with wanting more, because how it happens is the brother gets the book and keeps reading the book. And when he reads the book, more problems happen. So now you're stuck yelling at the TV that he needs to stop reading the book. Then again, the manga for that series kind of diverges into a strange area itself. So, oh well. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, length. What length should something be? Well, like I said at the beginning, it depends on how you chew your gum and how the flavor lasts. There's not a definitive answer, because sometimes something can build up really well and you didn't expect it, like Code Geass. Talking about season 1, then season 2. Rise of the King, Fall of the King. I like both. If you don't like R2, that's a common opinion, but I liked it because you had to follow the king. And along those plot points was this character named Orange Boy. I forgot his real name, but the main character, Lelouch, tricked him, and now he's his loyal Orange Boy servant. So he falls. So at the beginning of season 1, he's tricked and he is depromoted. Then you see some build up behind the scenes of season 1. Then you don't see him again. Then season 2 happens, and lo and behold, we see him again wanting revenge. Then once he learns the truth, he pledges undying loyalty, and oh my god, he was the best bro of a character, amongst other ones. In the China episode, and for those complaining about the China episodes, it's 3 episodes. Get past it. You've seen far worse before, kind of like Gurren Lagann with those 3 episodes. Oh, have that. Yeah. Guess there really isn't. Let's see what we have. We have a chat? No chat. Other shows. Then you have this other thing of, well, which adaptation should I rewatch? Should I read the manga? Should I watch the TV show? Is it strange cases of they release stuff in certain order and you have to follow it to understand the full continuity, but they change it up a bit. One of those would be Burst Angel. Some people I talk to, I guess, I don't really care because I like the show. They have indifferences of it, but I liked it in general because guns a-blazing, fun action. There you go. But how that one starts out, you have the manga, which tells a different tale with a male main protagonist. Kind of feels like a self-insert. And, well, it tells a little bit of a different tale. Then you go to the TV series that, well, it actually tells a different story, but I'll go with that being the main one since it lasts longer. Then you have the conclusion, the quote-unquote conclusion movie, Burst Angel Infinity. It's supposed to conclude, but then it changes up some story plot lines, making it something entirely different, or that's what I remember. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. Then you have I'm going to botch the Japanese name, but the English name was Soul Hunter. I like Soul Hunter. It's one of the brief description of it, because I'm not sure many people know of this one. It is a Shangri-La fantasy show. Shangri-La meaning the higher guardian gods in sort of the Journey to the West Goku, but not really with Goku. And it starts off with a witch stirring trouble in the mortal realm while our main character goes after the witch. And along the background, you see a development of a general who slowly gets corrupted. Well, I bring this up because this had 4 iterations: manga, TV show, new manga, new TV show. And well, the characters are the same, however, it's a different story every time. I kind of like this approach because it feels like more bang for your buck. But some people would probably get confused and frustrated because you're trying to confirm what's canon when the canon keeps changing. So, yeah, up to you if you like that style or not. but it is out there, and I'm glad to let you be aware of it. Let's see, what else? Hey, chat. Hi, Shiba Inu. A Shiba Inu in real life is more like a cat than a dog, because it's one of the more sassy breeds. But hi, Shiba Inu. I don't think that they shed that. Well, I could be wrong. They might shed. Anyway, once again, at this equestrian, I'm not sure if I'm giving a good angle above the fence or not. So you have different ways of telling the story. Then again, there's other series that start out as an OVA and will continue because it's popular until it finishes. A very good example of that would be, well, Legend of Galactic Heroes. There's not really a TV series for it. All the 100, I want to say 30 episodes, could be wrong on that, but the quote-unquote TV show, all that is OVAs. And you have like 74 more episodes of Legend of Galactic Heroes Gaiden, which covers side stories and in-between stories and prequel stuff of the show, which if you never had a chance to see it, I would recommend it. I wouldn't say the Black Triangle would be something of a viable investment to go into, but if you can see it by any means necessary. I've seen some fan subtitles kind of subtitle it much more correctly, like you would see in Babylon 5 when it labels the different planets and stuff. Way better than the official release, but if you can get the show and watch it, read it, go for it. Yeah, it's a strong recommendation. Another thing about that show is, another squirrel. Show is no one's necessarily pure evil. Well, the two sides are not really evil. There is one side that I would say would be evil, which would be the Earth cult, but you have the Empire and the Federation, and how they write the characters. They're as normal people. There's not like, unless they want to present it that way, there's not like the ultimate evil or the ultimate goody-goody, because you see things more in a human perspective. Anyway, another series to point out for this type of topic would be the Tenchi Muyo series. It is a series with a lot of lore. It's expanded for, my God, and I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I want to say 92, maybe 96, all the way to like 2 years ago when it finally completed its OVA. But along that way, there is so much lore. There's so many different directions of the story, with the story, and many Easter eggs to other stories of the main creator's work. So if you want something with a lot of lore, I would recommend that. You also have the bittersweet chase of Dot Hack Sign, which at the time was a PlayStation game. You had to play the PlayStation game, PlayStation 1, not 2. Then you got to read some novels. Then you got to play the PlayStation 2 games. And I know I'm out of order. I might do a complete collection of that one day. Then you got to watch the TV series. And there's always something vague and mysterious. There's an allure there, but at the end of the day, it feels like the rabbit was chased, not being much meat. Some would say it's a good investment because it made you think. Others, they're like, why did I do this? I know of the rabbit hole, but I haven't dove down into it. I'd like to one day. And then you have, along this long lore line, you have Magica Pureta Modoko. Magica Madoka. Magica Madoka, yeah. What I like about that series is You have your main storyline, the TV series. You have the main TV series. Then they made manga, light novel adaptations of the different universes that they traveled through by mere seconds, expanding the universe even further. You also have the movie and that apparent fourth movie that will come out eventually, and the spin-off of some MMO game. There's not much to it, but for the fact of having a scene that they travel through some different dimensions, and they expand it into manga, to me that's amazing, or that's more to explore if you like the initial canon. I'm not a fan of I call it the story series because you translate it, it's like story something, but the Monogatari series, not a fan of it. Main reason I'm not a fan of it is, one, Aniplex and how they sell it. That's BS. You should not charge that amount for 6 episodes. And then the production is not the production of the show. They expect you to have read the light novels and manga before you watch the TV series, because the quick flashing words and the excuse, well, you can't translate it. Yes, you can translate it. The quick flashing words is supposed to be a foreshadow of events coming up or emotions coming up. What do we got here? When's your next video? Also, what's up, man? Never cared for the Monogatari series and thought it made no sense. Yeah, I can't say if it makes sense or not, cause even though I was gifted Monogatari volume either 1 and 2 or 1 to 3. Anyway, but with the price point, how restrictive that they have for, if I'm to watch a show like a sitcom, you want to sit down, get interested, find out the characters, go forward. And usually, and typically, you don't do that. You start from episode 1 forward. 1 going forward. 1 in chronological order. Well, this show doesn't go chronological order. It goes different specs in time. And I don't know. I think it's the price point that bothered me for the show. On the other hand, you have shows like Tokyo Majin, I wouldn't recommend. And the better of the examples would be Concrete Revolution. At least that one, you have the present, the future, then it goes to the past. At least keeps in that format, maybe mixes it up. But it's exciting to see what else happens with these crazy cast of characters. And it doesn't. And it tries to sell you a 26 episode series instead of random 6, 12, 24, 3, 6, 8. It's just inconsistent. Next video, I have it 90% done. It'll be a complete collection of Gatekeepers. There you go. There's a lot with that I enjoy. It is not a popular one. The one I'll try to work after that will be a more popular one. I'm sorry for not. I'm not going to keep making these and apologizing, because it gets done, we enjoy it. If it doesn't get done, well, that means I'm busy and I don't want to post schedules because I don't want to upset you as the viewer. I hate disappointing the creators going, oh, if I say this way, it'll upset the people. No, I'm going to be straightforward with you. I don't do schedules because I don't want to upset and burden the viewer. The schedule I would love to have is release a video every Thursday, but Thursday tends to be my busiest point in life with the whole grad school going on, and that's one of the reasons I haven't done post videos as often as grad school. I'm doing these walks around the block to try something new. I'll just try something new, work on my performance, work on my communication. Hopefully I'm getting better with these, and hopefully I'm entertaining French professor that is, I don't know, delusional. Let me know if you like these walks around the block. I know they're sloppy. I apologize that they're sloppy, but it gets more content out there. I hope it doesn't decrease the quality, but you know, Cartoon Network's Tsunami, G4 TV's Anime Unleashed, Saturday Anime, which became Sunday Anime, Monday Anime, the Sci-Fi Channel, and other places. It's like, it just reminds me of, not really with my life, not a simpler time, but just, you go somewhere, you watch it, you go back the next day like school or work, and you talk about the show. It's just that good old lunch table. There's more reasons why I chose Gatekeepers, but hopefully when I finally release that episode, everyone will like it. Because I'm so close to finishing it, that's why I'm really saying the title here. So back to the title of the video. I think if you watched it now, you got my answer. When is a manga or anime series too long? When you lose interest, pretty much. Usually the 12 episode counts are safe. The 26 episode counts are usually you're safer. If it's the random 30 to 46, expect sadly a cliffhanger. The 100 episode stuff should be well defined. If you like the show and you want to continue. If not, set it down, come back to it later, or watch something else, because there's more to explore. Well, stay savvy, shop well, and snack well as well. Later, guys.